healthy lifestyle through Laws of Health Food stores at 769-8070 and 362-3427, or visit them at Corner Eastern Main Road and Allen Lane, Sandy Grande. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure, and with God's help, diseases are reversible.
Èṣù bẹ̀lẹ́kẹ́ òkú ìgbọ́nà bákèrè olówó ẹyọ èṣù ní kórè wá ẹlẹgbàrà ní kò bí lọ bẹlẹkẹ ní dàrá orò sáwò nílé èṣù máa ṣẹ́ mi ọmọ ẹ̀lẹ́ omi ní òṣè èṣù máa ṣẹ́ wa. Èṣù dé òde o, èṣù dé òde o, bẹ̀lẹ́kẹ́ èṣù dé. Nobody can take my joy away. I am born to be happy. Everything Orisa supply for me is enough to be jolly. Got no need to be worried, no. Cause life is a blessing, no. My life is a blessing, no. Èṣù dé òde o, èṣù dé òde o, èṣù dé òde o. Asana. Èṣù dé òde o, èṣù dé òde o, èṣù dé òde o. Amena. Every morning I awake, I give thanks to my Lord. Èṣù ladu he who makes all doors open up for me. Bad energies no room for you, oh no. All good things is I must get through. Ọmọ ẹ̀ ló ìran ní òṣè ọ̀la ìlú èṣù bá nìkan ọ̀wọ́ ìlú òró ìlú ọ̀la ìlú ọba ẹ̀ bọ̀rà nílẹ̀ kẹ́tún èṣù ìbẹ́ bọ̀ orókún ẹlẹ́gbàrà níbẹ̀ bọ̀ Orisa ẹlẹ́gbàrà níbẹ̀ bọ̀ orókún Orisa oníbòde. Èṣù dé òde o, èṣù dé òde o, èṣù dé òde o. Èṣù dé òde o, èṣù dé òde o, èṣù dé òde o, èṣù dé o, èṣù dé òde o, èṣù dé òde o, èṣù dé òde o. Èṣù dé bàbá, èṣù dé bàbá, èṣù dé bàbá. Diviner, I want to see mother face. I want to see she face.
I see mother. I see she.
Yo, Alex.
Ancestors, we call on you to fight the fight on our behalf. Ancestors, we call on you to walk on our enemies. Asheo. All the way from Africa land, they come in, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them. All the way from Africa land, they come in, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them. Walk on them, 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 walk on them. Yoruba ancestors, 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 walk on them, 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 walk on them. Ancestors, we call on you. Ancestors, we call on you. You came across the middle passage. Ancestors, we call on you. Some are shown up above some are show. Ancestors, we call on you. From this land of Trinidad, great warriors, we call on you. Walk on them, 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 walk on them. Yoruba ancestors, 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 all the way from Africa land, they come in, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them. All the way from Africa land, they come in, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them. Great mother, we call on you. Kenya, we call on you. Your children crying, creeping. For great mother, we call on you. When we bought this life vision, we do it for the nation. From the four corners of Trinidad, great mothers, we call on you. Walk on them, 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 walk on them.
Aboro, Aboye, Aboshe, to all the loyal listeners of the Ifa Orisa Way of Life program here on the Street 919 FM. So we are back on Facebook with a bang.
Yes,
you know,
we are.
so I urge you guys to log in. We are Street 919 FM Facebook page. You can catch us, you know. And to all the sponsors and upcoming sponsors, you know, this program is not free to run, you know. So we urge the Ishasha community, members of the Ifa Orisa community, to support us, you know. We don't want no funds coming to us, you know. So there's a account number, Chini Bashment Limited, First Citizens Bank number for you to donate, you know, and help, because other organizations help their own. So I mean, me and Shaka have been doing it on our own for a period. You know, my brother.
A while.
You know, so, and we don't watch no face. You know, we don't watch no face. So we are back on Facebook. You know, I was on a little vacation, you know, give thanks.
And I will deserve vacation.
Yeah, man. I deserve.
And that was good.
Yeah.
Good.
You need to take
To
a little
refresh
break.
and come back again.
You know, so I've been watching things happening in the community. You know, we don't watch no face because if I shoot, right? And it's all about respect, patience, and humility. So my Olowe chief is going to give you the IBA for tonight's proceedings.
Ekale,
Benny.
Ekabo, welcome.
Ashe.
Eriwo ya.
Ayagbo, Ayato.
Omo Eriwo ya.
Ayagbo, Ayato, Ayaje, Ayamo.
I give praise and thanks.
Benny.
And before we commence, just quick points to note that according to our sacred scripture from Okoro, Owori, Ifa, the sacred word of Olodumare,
Benny.
the sacred word of the divine, teaches us that Olodumare is universal spirit guiding this world. So, before we move further, we would say parts of the prayer in Yoruba
Benny.
and parts of the prayer in English.
Ashe.
And as much as we can, we would offer an explanation. So when we say words like Iba, to give homage, we give homage, I give homage to.
Ashe.
Words like Ashe, it's a word of command that
Benny.
says, may it be so. We would say words like Olodumare, the owner, the creator of the universe.
Benny.
Ashe.
Ashe.
So I say Iba Olodumare,
Ashe.
Iba Ori,
Ibashe.
Iba Baba,
Ibashe.
Iba Yeye,
Ibashe.
Iba Uluwo,
Ibashe.
Iba Ojubona,
Ibashe.
Iba Yanifa,
Ibashe.
Iba Tiojo, Iba Tiorun,
Ibashe.
Iba Barami Agboniregun,
Ibashe.
Oredmela Eleri Pui, Ibi Keji Olodumare,
Ibashe.
Iba Baba Yeshu,
Ibashe.
Eshu Lalu, Okirioko, Iba
Ibashe.
Ogun Lakaye Oshimoleo, Iba Yeye Oshun, Ore Yeye O, Iba Uluweri, Iba Yemoja, Iba Olokun, Iba Kabiyesi Shango, Ulukusolalu,
Abiyesi.
Iba Orishanla, Iba Yemu, Iba Obaluwaye, Iba Orisha Ore, Iba Onile Mother Earth,
Ibashe.
Iba Bogbo Orisha,
Ibashe.
Iba O.
Ibashe.
Homage to our ancestors.
Benny.
We give praise and thanks as the Ifa Orisa way of life,
Ashe.
begin our program on this day. This is Ojo Aje, the day of wealth, the day of prosperity,
Ashe.
this day of breakthrough and success in our lives.
Ashe.
We offer a prayer of gratitude to the divine for keeping us throughout the past weeks, for keeping our families safe.
Ashe.
As we all know that our country is grappling with the crime situation, but we are a prayerful people, we are a resilient people.
Ashe.
And our prayer is that, the divine continue to galvanize us, to encamp around us, to protect us, to protect our loved ones, to protect our children, to protect us in our going out and our coming in.
Ashe.
We just offering ourselves to Olodum Are as children looking to a parent for that coverage. And we know that Olodumare would not turn a deaf ear to our prayers. We offer prayers as well for long life on our children, long life on our elders, and we offer prayers too for our country, Trinidad and Tobago, to return to being a safe place for all of us. We want our country to be safe again. We want our elders to feel safe and walking the roads. We want our children, when going to school, to be safe on the road. We are not be victims of bullying. We want good things in our country, and that is the energy we are putting out just from our mouth, according to Ifa says in Okara Otura that the mouth is an Orisa. So what what we say would come to pass. And we command and demand on this day that as we send out our prayer, may Ashe Otura take it, and make our prayers manifest.
Ashe.
We command good energy in this land. We command healing energy in this land. We command the energies of wisdom in this land. We command the energy of coolness in this land to take reign and make Trinidad and Tobago the place we know it to be. A good place, a great place, a wonderful place. A buru, a boy, a boshishel.
Thank you to my Olowo. Thank you.
It's easy to me, It's easy, I mean, when we sit down and I'm sure when you was outside and you're tapping on the news and you're seeing certain things, I mean, it's real. Who feels it knows.
Now let me tell you something. You cannot compare to what happens in America, because things happen.
Yeah.
However, the detection rate is much more greater.
Yeah.
They have plenty departments and plenty states, so they are the things set up. But for the time I was there and watching, because I've been going there for the past 17 years, and it is getting worse. And it's not just Trinidad alone, the whole world, the whole universe.
Yeah.
The whole planet is going through some sort of Barbados happening, things happening in Barbados or whatever. But when I look back at my country, and I could speak about my country because I am from there.
Yeah.
Oloe, I feel to migrate. The reason for I can live here, but there isn't no safe place for family. And I don't want to, I might say something and it might be political, and I can't speak about that. The people in authority, they're not standing up. We need more better, stringent laws
Measures.
and measures. You know what I want to say, no, but I don't want to go down that political road. You understand? And we will get a better country. You know?
In addition to Alatum, make sure we're not digressing much.
No.
But I just always say, and this is my firm belief too, it is a combination of issues right now that resulting in where things is right now. The corrosion in the homes, the corrosion in the community, the corrosion in the music, the corrosion in terms of what we eating, even what is now accepted as good moral practice is not good moral practice. When growing up, we came up under a different order in our households. We came up under a different order in the schools.
True.
We came up under a different order in the community.
Speak it.
And that had us in line. Just Saturday, I called my mother and I said, Mommy, remember when I was a youth man and it was Iwali and I wanted to go out in the town to align with my friends in the night. And she told me no. And she said, you're not going anywhere because out there's trouble. And I turned and I said to myself, why Mommy only locking me down so? Mommy only marking me. And I called her and I said, Mommy, you remember when you told me no? And I said, I'm a big man today and I'm thankful that you told me no. Who knows what I was going out there to meet? You understand? Because what happens when you are idle? You understand?
Yeah, so we're going to take a break and pay some bills. And we come right back. It's all about the Orisa. We have live here on the Street 919 FM. Yours truly, Alatu Mishe, Ifa Bamishe Aganki, and Chief Olowe. We are here.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
An ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure. Dr. Jillian Sampson and her team, over many years at their doctor's office, herbal store, and vegan takeaway restaurant, were able to restore persons with diabetes, hypertension, cancer, and other health conditions. Dr. Jillian believes that all diseases are 100% reversible if your body's in the right conditions and if God's name is glorified in your life. Visit their St. John's Holistic Lifestyle Center and Healthy Lifestyle through Laws of Health food stores, located at corner Eastern Main Road and Allen Lane, Sandy Grande. Call them at 362-3427 or 769-8070 for more info.
Yes, so we come right back at it here on the Orisa We Have Live. So I have some information for you from the Kenny Cyrus Kibelan. Aboshishe, top of the day to you and yours. I greet you in the name of Olodumare and all Orishas. I greet all chiefs, babas, iyas, awos, and all well-wishers. Kenny Cyrus Kibelan, Ile Ijuba, this is a warm welcome invitation to you and yours to the Kenny Cyrus Kibelan Grand Ebo 2024 on Friday, the 8th of November 2024 at 9 p.m. Please accept this form of invitation, come and celebrate with the Ile, come in decency and come to support. Right, so any more information coming forth, I will send to you. Also, the account number for the Chini Bashment Limited, for the Orisa We Have Life, as I said, me and Shaka doesn't want anything because we work and we can see about ourselves. It's a First Citizens Bank account number 1999 9010 1999 010. It's Chini Bashment Limited. It's a First Citizens Bank account, and it's said J by J we go fully buckled. So people, please support your community. So I have some people here online. We back on Facebook. Arison, she says, greetings brothers. Alison says, Asheo, Ayina, Yeya Pese, you know. She says, Abora Boya Boshishe, welcome back. You were missed. Alright. So we continue. Get all your little writing pad, sketch pad, pencil, pen. You know, you could take a note, voice note it. You know, we are going to discuss Ifa as a divinatory system. You know, here on the Ifa Risha way of life. Africa as a continent of 54 independent countries and with many divinatory systems to which clear understandings are being gotten to hidden facts, phenomena, and situations, Ifa divinatory system is very distinguished and unique. Through this process of divination, past events will be interpreted to explain and deal with the current situations and also to predict or explain the future events. And as far as Ifa divination is concerned, the basis is purely to seek for knowledge and wisdom through spirituality. Oloe?
And just to add, as the excerpt said, Ifa, the divination system to help us to advance our lives.
Benny.
What human beings consult for, it is to know, to make our lives better. Because just as we had started, we were speaking about issues, problems, and what Ifa involves is receiving the message of truth about a particular situation and getting the remedy to counteract that negative situation to bring forth comfort. Yeah? So any person on this earth could go for an Ifa consultation, could go for an Ifa divination to know what is going on with them. Because if untimely death is coming, sickness, lack, loss, fight, contention, litigation, shame, embarrassment is coming, Ifa could identify and tell that person, hey, this is coming up in your life. And when Ifa sees it, the most beautiful thing is there is a solution. But again, it's highly incumbent on the person to follow the injunctions of the advice. Yeah? So the diviner would lay the cards out, would lay out the information. He could speak from now till he goes up on the mountain and back. But it's incumbent on the client to go through with the process, to listen. Yeah? Okay, Baba.
What is divination? Divination is from Latin word divinare, meaning to foresee, to foretell, to predict, to prophecy. It's related to divinus, divine. In other words, it refers to an attempt to gain insight into a question or situation by way of spirituality. Furthermore, these refers to as the systematic ways of getting wisdom, knowledge, and facts to a hidden phenomenon, concept, problem, an idea, True, spiritual means by spiritualist or diviner. Also, it refers to as the practice of attempting to foretell future events or discover hidden knowledge by occult or supernatural means according to advanced dictionary. The concept of who are diviners can be left untouched because it is like a car without driver or a palace without a king. Olowe.
Such words, eh? Such words. A palace without a king. Now again, we as to bring everyone on a level ground. In order to divine, there must be a medium of competence to interpret what is being done in a divination. It comes like where it is finance. You need an accountant to help you understand what is happening in finance. So in terms of divination, that process, the spiritualists or the babalawo or the awo, these are the competent, adept people who would assist because they are the representatives of Orunmila through means of training, through means of destiny, but more importantly, through means of training. Because Ifa is the language of Olodumare, depicting all things. But Ifa speaks out of 256 Odu, 256 different signs, I would say signs as well, Odu signs, or 256 chapters. Ejogbe, Oyiku Meji, Iwurim Heji, Odi Meji, Irosum Heji, go straight down to Ofun Meji. There is the first 16. And when you go for a consultation or a divination, one of these Udu will come. And it would either come with either Ire or Ayewo. And either way, you will get information pertinent to your situation that will help you move forward with your life.
Then, divinations are important because it helps in predicting the future. It helps in the interpretation of present condition.
Yeah.
It helps to provide explanation to concepts, phenomena, and hidden facts in the spiritual realm to physical realm.
Alatumishe, just to get in there a little bit. We now speak about the state of our country. And I could tell you, there's a saying from one of our elders in the tradition. You know that if I would mend our broken world.
Ashi.
And I am a firm advocate in saying that if I would mend our broken society, our broken homes, our broken community. Because I could say it, if people think that IFA is not enough, they don't know even a fraction of what IFA is. IFA is what could tell us how to repair ourselves, repair our homes, repair our community, what sacrifices in order to do, to change the energy, to change the shift of things that is not going well. Even in a person's relationship, if I could give you advice on how to choose a partner, or sometimes you may encounter a person and you at the point in time might think that the person is good for you. But if you bypassed a step of asking Ifa, is this person relevant to your growth and development? Ifa could give you insight on such. So it would save you the headache, save you the problems. You understand? Even in engaging in business, you don't run on and open up a business just so and think it would be prosperous. For us, you have to consult to find out if this business will bring you prosperity. You understand? And that is a tool our ancestors left for us as a people. You understand? They preserve it and they passed it on because the problems we are facing, according to our late great Kais Honian, Calypso Honian, the late Garfield Blackman, we push the creator out. We don't want to hear about what our ancestors left behind for us anymore. You understand? Everything else that has been repackaged and rebranded and fed back to us is what we holding on to. You understand? But we don't want to tap into the original source. The river is the most purest from its source. You have to go back to the source. Yeah? Before you could attract blessings, what's the first thing they tap into? The ori of your mother and the ori of your father, your source. Your Isheshe, your mother and your father. That is where they tap into to do any initiation. You must go back to your source and do. That is your mother and your father, your ancestors. Tap in to get that charge to go forward. And I could say it here, and I could say it any day. If we fail to pay homage to our source and go back to our in sacred traditions, we're in problem over and over. I could challenge anybody any day. Give me a next reason. Give me another reason. If you fail to respect your source, that is just curse incurring on your own self.
Just to share a little bit, I would like to say congratulations to Iya and to Springer.
Yes,
I was not wrong on her
coronation,
her title, you know, the elevation.
Beautiful, well deserved, man.
She has been in the Isheshe community, you know, for seasons, and I must say to the Iya,
massive congratulations, man.
You know. I watched it, you know, I take it in and I say congratulations to you. So we continue. Ifa Orisa, we have live on the Street 919 FM with Oloye, Shaka and Alatumishi. You know, comprehensively, Ifa is a very polysemous word or term simply because it has many different meanings. Connotatively, Ifa as a religion or belief system, Ifa as a divinity message of Olodumare, Ifa as an esoteric language or words of Olodumare for the guidance of humankind, Ifa as a divinatory system. Oloye?
And as it's stated, it's a body of knowledge. A body of knowledge. What we say is that Orun Miller, according to Osa Otura, is called Eleri Ipwin. Opita Ife, the great historian of Ife. And Ifa teaches us that when everything was coming into being, coming into existence, Orunmila, the first Messiah known to mankind, was the one who witnessed all things. So, that is why Babalawo, they are called the representative of Orunmila. No, I'm not saying all people who walk around and call themselves Babalawo is Babalawo. You understand? But I'm saying the ones who are genuine and the ones who are competent in what they do. You understand? They possess Uraola. You know, the goal of wisdom in your stomach. You understand? So, the body of knowledge is so great. From beginning to the present and what is to be. As the saying goes, nothing is new under the sun. Yeah? With 256 Udu in Ifa or chapters, we can't even imagine or tap into at least quarter of the wisdom of Olodumare. What Ifa says in Uturapon Meiji, no man is so wise to know all the ends of the world paths. No mathematician is so wise to know how much grain of sand is there on the face of the earth. No man could calculate that. And that shows you the vast wisdom of Olodumare. People are just mamagite themselves and feel they know more than God. But we don't know more than it if I know they. It was only Orunmila who is the one as well that will give instruction and advise the other deities what they should do as well. Because he initiated all of them. Except Stein, of course. So when we see mankind walking around with a bravado that I know it all and this and I am that and this and that, it is just being arrogant. We are just mere children under the sun, looking to perfect and live our best lives in truth, in honesty, and in humility.
Benny.
To move forward so that our offspring, our progeny, to come would inherit a place that is pleasing for them to live on. That is all we'd win. We're just passing through.
Benny.
We're just passing through.
Correct.
And again, sometimes when some of us done passing our places, is drama, you know. As we would say in local parlance, we turn it up, not thinking about tomorrow. And that's what Ifa says. When you are looking to exact revenge, or carry out a certain act, or carry out any action, think about tomorrow. Think about tomorrow.
So we continue. In Africa and Yoruba land, as a case study, we have different divination objects such as the 16 Koris, Eridilogun, Awiri, Urofo, or Atona. This icon is in form of a mat and usually used by the hunters when they were in the bush and they find it difficult to know the direction to follow. This mat will point them to the right way to go. Water as a system of divination. palm reading, back of tree reading. It is used to improvise kola nuts, and it is a practice associated with Ogun priests, hunters to be specific. Kola nuts. Kola nut is widely used for divination. Each of the lobes has meaning, and the priest or priestess will interpret what it means and the messages it is trying to pass across to the divine. Oloe?
And again, it's as clear as day. The wisdom that our ancestors put down for us, let us reclaim it and use it for our advancement. It is right there. You know, I was looking at an old clip from when Baba Aaron Falami and they used to come on the program back at that time. And they were speaking about Ifa. And the heirs of the masses was the target. They did it as a form of duty to ensure that they did their part. And this is all we do now. Continuity. So when we practice Ifa, it is because we want those who come in after us to have a better life. Because we would then become our children's ancestors. So that could tell you how powerful everyone's lineage is. Ashe?
Ashe. We continue. Kola nut. Kola nut is widely used for divination. Each lobes of the lobe has meaning, and priestess will interpret what it means and messages it is trying to pass across to the divine. Agba, Bigba, it's very similar to Opele, but not as Opele, and the way by which the priests use to control this object is very different to that of Opele. This tool is commonly used in Yoruba land and Kitu, Benin Republic. Oloe?
And of course in Ifa, the diviner or the Babalawo or the Awo, they will have different tools, different consecrated tools, of course. They will have Iroke, like what I have here. They will have the Opwele, they will have Igbo. They'll have things to help them to ascertain what frequency the Udu comes with. Yeah? And again, it takes training. It takes a level of clearance too from one's Uluwu or one's elder to be able to use these items. Some people would acquire them as merchandise. Some people would have them as artifacts. But for those who know, these are sacred things we don't play with. Like even having a upon Ifa. You don't use it to set fire. You don't use it to sit down on. You don't disrespect upon. Upon was also, in fact, is also a deity. Upon, we say upon Ifa, is a deity. Also, as our ancestors had taught us, was also one of the wives of Shango. That's why upon, that's why we don't expose upon Ifa for the sun. Always have it covered from the sun. You understand? So, hence why You don't just take things and have it random all over the place. That's why you always need to be guided accordingly. There's a way to do things. Sometimes, for many of us, we learned through going through the fire. Because, remember, being children here in the diaspora, we genuinely have a love for tradition. But some of the information at the point in time was not as forthcoming as those who grew up in the motherland. But what is good is that all the prayers of our ancestors, all the prayers of our mothers and fathers, it opened the way. So now, with the use of technology and that global market now, we could tap into to the activities of our brothers and sisters, our elders across there, and now get explanations as to why and how and what and when and of how certain things is to be done. Yeah? Because it is the truth. The things we once know, we don't do it anymore. Because now we got advanced in our teaching. It's not saying that we are looking down on those who would still do things in a particular way. But it's just as life is always evolving. The clothes of the 60s, we don't wear it a day. We are constantly evolving. And as the cycle change, if things have to come around, it would always come around upgraded. That is how life is. But for us, knowing is having that responsible piece of information passed on to you by a competent source. Ashe?
Ashe. So we're gonna take a break. We're gonna pay some bills and come right back at you. It's all about the Orisa way of life. We're gonna play some music and we're gonna get into the vibes, get into the feeling.
Yeah, bro, it's a long
time, yeah. You know? So it's all about the Orisa way of life here on the Street 919 FM.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Arriva, Rori, Belaru, Namaosun, Iyama, Yalo, Shagbanawa, Dadao. Arriva, Rori, Belaru, Namaosun, Iyama, Yalo, Shagbanawa.
Have you heard about Dr. Jillian Sampson? She's a qualified medical missionary and naturopathic doctor, providing foods with no frying, foods with no flour, nutritious herbal teas, natural juices, smoothies, and even individualized evidence-informed therapies that will balance and restore you to optimal health. Wait no longer. Call St. John's Holistic Lifestyle Center and the Healthy Lifestyle through Laws of Health Food Stores at 769-8070 and 362-3427, or visit them at corner Eastern Main Road and Allen Lane, Sandy Grande. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure, and with God's help, diseases are reversible.
Yes, I have heard that my ancestors was from Nigeria, and that is why I'm carrying the name Osuna. Deep inside of me, I just wasn't satisfied. So I did some good searching and asked myself, who am I? Then I found out John African was my great-grandfather, and he was from an African tribe called Yoruba. The Dolly's from Febo village, yes, that was my great-aunt. So in the name of Orisa, I greet you all with a chant. Yes, Shango Baba Wa, Shango Lodo Karele, Shango Baba Wa, Olodo Kabile Sio. Hey, Shango Baba Wa, discover my religious practice is Orisa. With the help of deceased Wilson, grand and sister, through their spiritual efforts, I have found the truth. Thanks to Olodumare, I'm standing firm on my roots. Now that I know me calabash, me oil and me hobby, these were just some of the things taken from me. So when you see me in peace, I'm not looking for obia. No sir, I come to chant and pay my respects to the Orisa. Ah, Shango Baba Wa, Shango Lodo Karele, Shango Baba Wa, Olodo Kabile Sio. Play the drum, Shango Baba Wa, Shango Lodo Karele, Shango Baba Wa, Olodo Kabile Sio. I discover my patrons is Oshun and Osa. I must go have a simple Shango and Jaja. Through manifestation, I could reach the other side to meet with my ancestors and visit the river Nile. With a voice like that great archangel, I could touch your soul, both spiritual and carnal. I could bring you transportation to Africa. I am an Orisa priest, they call me the Amungwa. Hey, Shango Baba Wa, Shango Lodo Karele, Shango Baba Wa, Olodo Kabile Sio. Hey, Shango Baba Wa, people stop to congratulate me, commenting on how much yes, the judges them robbed me. What the judges did to me didn't mean a thing, because I knew long before last year I was born a king. So when I sing Kaiso, that's to feed my family. But when I sing Orisa, it's to pay homage to my deity. Alado ye abakuso, that's my tribal cry. I'm so proud I could stand and explain to you who am I. I Shango Baba Wa, Shango Lodo Karele, Shango Baba Wa, Olodo Kabile Sio. Hey, Shango Baba Wa, ding ding ding, Baba Wa, Shango Baba Wa, Olodo Kabile Sio. Ah, Shango Baba Wa, Shango Lodo Karele, Shango Baba Wa.
Yes, so we have come back. We play a little music. And I'm just going to give you guys the information to sponsor, to donate to the IFA Orisa Way of Life program here on the Sheet 919 FM. It's a First Citizens Bank account number 1999010. It's 1999010. It's a Chini Bashment Limited. So you guys can support, donate, whatever it is. So because it's not free
Nah.
to run this program, but I say thanks to the management of the Sheet 919 FM for giving us a reasonable fee.
And you know, we still have to give thanks to those who stood
with us.
Like Ian G. and Paul.
Yeah.
You know, Brother Nubian Experience.
Kamara's Culture Store.
Yeah, Warrior
Empress
Ajay stood with us. Banjela stood with us at a point in time. The Throne of Gold stood with us.
Benny.
You know, we have
the vegetable store.
Yeah, we had some people who really stood behind us and made sure that we had something.
Yeah.
You know, and we still saying thanks.
But
we had Nicole Huggins who passed away.
Yes.
You understand? Yes. She helped us too.
She helped us a lot because there are people just like Nicole Huggins and Kamara's Culture Store. We will always mention their names because they have been part and parcel.
Yeah, they helped us.
Or IFA Orisa Way of Life, and I mean the burden is left on us. And I've seen it on national radio. Mm-hmm. The burden is left on us now, and we have our families to take care, and we just had to fork out the funds, but I must say thanks to the management of Chini Bashment Limited. So people drip by drip go full the bucket, because it's not easy, and I know it's not easy out there also. So we continue divination system. We continue that. Osanian, in this regard, talking Osanian is involved. He sees clearly and he will tell the hidden facts, but talks in parable, and the diviner will be the one who will interpret to the divining. Ifa, Opele Ifa. This is what this article is all about in particular. Ifa divination. Ifa divination methodology encompasses two parameters: the casting of Ikenifa, the Opele of Opele Ifa. Oloe?
And again, the divination system itself, it involves the consecrated materials in order to bring forth the Udu or the sign of Ifa. So when one goes to a diviner, the diviner would either use, well, in the case of Ifa's divination, they would use Ikin Ifa or Opwele. Now, these are consecrated items, and even the process of getting Ikin Ifa, it involves being initiated. And even to know, and even to have the clearance to use Ikin Ifa, it involves a level of training. So, as the Babalawo casts and he pulls down the Udu, whatever Udu comes, he would know what to do. Even in the use of Opwele, one has to go through the proper channels of the usage of upwelling, right? Because the upwelling is just a tool to assist the diviner in knowing the frequency of the Udu. And it comes with a positive charge or a negative charge, ire or ayawo. You understand?
The casting of Ikenifa. This method involves the random selection of 16 Ikens, which were subdivided into 5 categories. Ranges from Arun Osin, first 5 Ikens, Arun Ora, the second 5 Ikens. Ita Ogunda, 3 Ikens, Iji Irete, 2 Ikens, and Okan Soso, Ofidan, only 1 Iken. When they were summed up, the total will be number 16. Iye Orosun, the specially produced powder from Irosun wood, would be applied on the divinatory board, Oponifa, and the powder will be evenly spread round the surface of the board. Dogmatically, the diviner will have all the Ikens in his hand and continue casting Daifa. And these processes were based on 3 principles. And again, always says an adept Babalawo has to carry out this procedure.
Reason being as well, remember everything is an energy. The Babalawo would be tapping into the spiritual portal to bring forth the Udu. And sometimes there are particular Udu that when it comes, the Babalawo would have to even go buy a shoe with certain material to negate whatever is coming to the client at that point in time, one time. Or sometimes he of himself have to throw his upwelling outside.
Yeah.
You understand? And this has a reason. Hence why we always say you must know. So because if you're casting randomly without having knowledge of how to do certain things, when you open up that portal and you don't know what to do, that shot coming straight at you.
Local balance.
Local balance. That shot coming straight
at you. There
are
are times that also I've heard they have to prostrate on certain
sometimes you have to open a bottle of gin one time and give to the client some. You have to ingest some, etc. It's a plethora of things. But again,
this comes with training, wisdom,
and being observant when you go amongst elder babalawos who practice, and you take mental notes. You take notes of when particular Udu come, what is done. You understand? Because certain things cannot be, as we would say, compromised. You have to do it. Because you don't want to shortchange the client. That's why we just always say, deal with the adepts to ensure that you get value for your money. You don't want to go buy someone a day and they tell you blessings, Ire, and the next day you get bounced down or something uneventful happens and you now went and consult Ifa. You don't want that. You want when you go, you get the knowledge and the clearance to cut and clear and go through. You could imagine how distasteful it could be. You now go to do a reading and you get a particular information, and then from the next following days after, something totally opposite, and somebody was now reading for you. You understand? That says too that we must be very responsible, but we must not mislead people. If I says if it red, you call it red. If it black, you call it black. But don't call black red and don't call red black. That is a fact. Ika fun, ika ofun. You understand? You call it what it is. You don't cast ifa and you produce and you see two iken remain in your hand, and you print one, you print the wrong thing, you print what it is, and you give the client the correct udu, which is what is left back in your hand. You know, do things, to conjure a result you want. You understand? That's why you consult Ifa, to know what the divine is saying about your life. It's not what mankind is saying, no. It's what the Olodumare, the divine, is saying. You understand? What the all-seeing eye is saying, not what you saying. You understand what I'm saying? It's not easy in this life.
Nah. And then, listen to me. You know, we will be speaking this, talking this, as you say, preaching this, and somebody go on by Opunifa and try to do things which you are not.
Now again, everything has a consequence.
Okay.
And there would always be overzealous people in anything. There would always be fanatics. There would always be people who think they could cut corners to reach the level of those who practice. But the right thing is the right thing.
So true.
Because that is why we give respect. Because the process to even start a cast Ifa in certain places is nothing less than 10 years, Sitting with the adepts, being there with them, working there with them, and then they would arrange your freedom ceremony to practice. Because they must be comfortable in you, knowing that you would not go out there and cause harm and disruption to the lives of people. Yeah? Because when you are a representative of Orisa, a representative of Orunmila, of Abatala, of Oshun, of Kab Esi Shango, when people come to you, even as a Babalor Hisha, you must be able to go through the process with them in the way it is supposed to be done. Whether you're casting Ifa, or you're doing errand or Logun, or you just have OBC and you're asking a question in front of your Ujubo, you must be able to ascertain what is the frequency there for that person. What is the language the Ikin is speaking? What is the language of Errand Ologun? Because the order and the seniority of the Udu from Ifad Ivination and Errand Ologun is different. You understand?
So true.
It is different. So that is where you must be taught. You must go through the process, because you don't want to give people a false sense of direction. Because as I say, when you are portraying yourself as a representative of the deity, and you tell somebody something that is not good, what will in turn happen to you? You just cutting your life very short. Because if you just continue in your life doing that, fooling the people, you're incurring curse on your own self. And the curse on your children too. Because remember, you would just be disrupting people's lives. You understand? You know, in the old and in days of old, they would talk about false prophets and all kind of thing. It's not new in the world that people would falsify prophecy, you know? And to this in turn takes us to people who would be faking manifestations too. These are the things that disrupt people's lives. You go somewhere and you just want to be noticed, and you're just putting on a act. Hollywood. And you're giving people false messages. You're saying how this one who them, that one ain't. Like them, they have enemies here, there, and everywhere. When it is not so. That is just making confusion. And these are the things that is abhorred by Olodumare. What is the condition of the world we would be leaving behind when we try to defraud people with giving them false information pertaining to their life? Sometimes, if you're not careful and you go somewhere and someone is performing the role of a false manifestation, that could even mash up your marriage. Because a little problem you and your mister might be having that could take wisdom and able to overcome. You just come and you wile it up. You understand?
Bikini.
You wile it up. And you make disruptions in the people's life. And I say it here, I don't tolerate them kind of thing around me. Honestly, my face alone does tell it all. I'm not on that. Because don't feel that people don't know when energy is real. The learned people know. So sometimes you could be performing and you might just see me stand up in a corner watch in here. Don't feel I don't know. Honestly. but I reach a stage now, I don't just watch. But I'm not running in. But we know the people who does be playing the
Hollywood.
Playing the Hollywood out there. We know. By the time we see her, we know.
Actors, man.
Don't disrupt people's lives. Don't give people false messages to mess up their lives or to make bacchanal. Don't do it. It's not good. You know it too. Alatum Hishe. These things are what keeping back a lot of people, because when you could see somebody who genuinely needs help and you manipulate them to make them feeling that what energy come on you, it is really there to help you. It's manipulation. It is not good. It could never end up in a good result. Some of us real real brave, you know.
That is why.
Some are we real brave, you know.
That is why I just stay to my own.
Some are we real brave.
Stay in my corner. That is why I stay in my corner.
Some are we real brave.
You know?
It's like we don't have fear or respect for Oludumare or of our ancestors. Imagine you tell a man something that is totally incorrect about another person. In the name of you in the name of you have a genuine energy on you. That's not good. That's not good. All that energy to act, put that energy into reading about Ifa, about reading about the Orisa. Take that same energy and in your alone time meditate to become spiritually stronger. To really become, you know, that vessel that the Orisa will use. Yeah, that too, Michelle. It is not good. And I telling you, and you and all know me too, I don't tolerate them kind of things around me. I don't.
So we continue.
You're laughing. I laugh to
no, you know why I laugh? Because the fakery in the bakery know what they're doing is wrong.
Yeah, that could never be good. That could never be good. You're doing things too and you're taking people money. Some people on their last and they want help.
And
we can't advantage
telling them
people.
no, it's bar goat.
You understand?
Oh my God.
You're misguiding people to test any. You know how much. Anyways, let's continue.
If 2 kings were left in his palm, then he will make one mark on a divination board with his middle finger. While if it is 1 ikin that left in his palm, the sign to make will be 2 on the uponifa with his middle and next finger to it. If 3 ikins were left on the palm during casting, there is no representation for such, meaning that no mark to make. An ant that tried to give such false representation to this got blind. Olo, you listening?
Mm-hmm.
An ant that tried to give such false representation to this got blind.
Allah to me say, pull up. And look up. Allah so wait. I say pull up or wheel. We will say wheel.
Yeah, you can pull up, pull up.
And again, to falsifying actions, there's consequences. There's consequences to everything. Sometimes people, human beings, most times are the authors of their own demise. You know that? You knowingly going to interfere with something, to manipulate it, to defraud. There is consequences. Because the owners of that ashe, the energy, would not take certain things lightly. Knowingly doing wrong has its consequences. You understand? Not having the ashe to do something and looking to do something has its consequences. Alatunishe. And that is that.
Kindly note that the signs will be inscribed 8 times. 4 by the right and the other 4 by the left, which the one in the right will be arranged vertically to one another, likewise to those on the left side, and it will form an Udu Ifa this way. B. The using of Opele. The Opele, the divination chain, this same time in comparison to that of Ikenifa. The Opele will be thrown up once, and when lands on the mat, the Udu Ifa will be revealed. The revealed Udu Ifa will be interpreted by the diviner or diviney for his or her good and clear understanding. Comparatively, both the Ikenifa and Opele Ifa are both genuine, natural, and always speak facts and give accurate information or messages. The only fundamental difference is the Opele Ifa save much time, stress, and energy in comparison to Ikenifa that used to demand much time, energy, stress, and it easier to manipulate, while Opele cannot be manipulated in any way by an unscrupulous diviner. And the most important thing about Iken is that the prescribed ebo, which is sacrifice, must be performed either on the day of the divination or between that day and 7 days, and this is done by an Babalawo and Iyalawo.
That's the truth.
Facts.
That's the facts of the matter. And you see too, that's why from the start of the program, what you said 2 minutes?
11.
That is why they started the program way before, since 2020 or 21. We used to always say, a genuine spiritualist don't advertise themselves for serve so higher on Facebook. When you're doing that, you're telling me you looking for money. You by any means necessary plying yourself for hire. Trinidad and Tobago and those who are listening, when you see them kind of thing, run. Scroll past fast.
They like to catch you in Facebook.
Don't show up in people's inbox
Yeah, man,
and them kind of thing to offer them any service. If I says, if a Babalawo is in need, they will get. Olodumare will send your bread. I just always say, by our Ile, doesn't even have a sign saying this is our Ile. But everybody know that is our Ile you could come to. We don't have a sign up. We don't. You understand? We don't. But you don't go on Facebook and forms our social media, looking for clients. IFA is not like that. It's not a hustle. And I am against every persons who are trying to make our way of life into a hustle. As if it's a hustle. As if you're selling
bread.
Yeah. Bread and salt fish, no. Or doubles. Our way of life is not a hustle. It's not a hustle. It is a ways and means of helping bring back the balance in our society, our world by extension. If somebody have to come by you, they will come by you. If somebody have to initiate with you, they will come and initiate with you. Because that is the contractual agreement in the spiritual world.
Shit.
You will go the places you have to go. You will meet the people you will have to meet. You will meet some unscrupulous people along the way too, and you will learn something from them. You will learn from them how not to be. And when you meet the good ones, you will appreciate them being good. You understand? Our way of life is not a hustle. It's not a money making get rich scheme. It's not like that. Eh?
No.
It's not a get rich scheme. It's not like that. IFA is for you to know your destiny, to fulfill it, to leave this world in a better place.
Sure. During the process of divination, the clients to divine for may be available or absent. The divination will be performed, and what is important is the name of the clients is necessary because this will serve as his or her appellate towards the collation of the results before it is interpreted by the priest or priestess and explained in a simple language so that the clients can understand the messages clearly. Monetary impact of Ifa's divination, what is important and that everyone divining must understand is that Ifa divination cannot be carried out free of charge.
Facts.
One have to pay for divination either of token or much. The payments, a consultation fee, is expected before the divination exercise simply because it is the money that the diviner will use to wipe off the negativity, part of the revel, Udu Ifa, and alter it to become positivity for the diviner and the divinee. Meaning that this is beneficial to both the client and the priest, but there is no price tag for divination fees. But Bara Urunmila Barami Agbamugun brought it to our understanding that the client needs to pay for divination and that there is variation in the method of payments. As far as divination is concerned, it is the diviner that will determine what to pay after putting certain things into consideration, and ordinary, the price should not be much and should be affordable for the clients because it is taboo for clients to bargain or haggle on the divination fee.
It is the truth. And this is what I can corroborate, because to consult Ifa is not an easy thing. Sometimes for the diviner, it will take a toll on him. And his expertise, he must be compensated for. So the Babala would have his fee, and he will charge his fee. But these are the adepts. So there is the demarcation there, the adepts. They were charged their fee, but as Ifa is saying here too, sometimes a person may not always have money, but they could have something else they could offer. But the money is used to wipe away whatever negativity is on the person. But as we had previously said, it is not a hustle like we see in people putting on Facebook, this and that, this and that, this and that. The adepts that I know in this country, they do advertise themselves. You and all know Atu Alatum Hishe. They do advertise. When Oren Ella is in tongue, it says Ashe that alerts people he's here. You understand? And we have Uluwos coming from the mother. I learned how much years now. And you don't see them put in on Facebook, all right, I rechange in the dad, so and say, they don't. But the energy works with them and works for them. So that when they come, people will come to them. You understand? And that's how it does go.
Conclusively, IFA as a divinatory system has some significances over other means of divinations. The significances includes authenticity. It is a well-known fact that several means of seeking knowledge and wisdom about the hidden facts, concepts and phenomenons are in existence. And despite this fact, IFA's divination system is regarded as the most authentic and reliable because the Udu Ifa is real and genuine, not copied or falsified, and it used to be truthful and accurate. Reliability, the quality of being trustworthy or of performing consistently, is what makes IFA's divination system to be far unique to other means of divination. Whenever IFA predicted, foreseen, forecasted, told anyone about the past, present, and future, the messages and the predictions will surely come to pass. And that is why IFA's divination system is said to be the most reliable one.
Yeah.
Validity is the most important characteristics of any forms of divinatory system, and unless a divination is valid, it serves no useful function. Obviously, no purpose can be fulfilled, even partially, if the divinatory system do not have a sufficiently high degree of validity. Validity means truthfulness of a concept. It means to what extent the concept measures that what the divination maker intends to measure. And, as the name implies, Ifa Olotowaye, meaning Ifa, the only truthful one in the world, it's very safe to say that the Ifa divination system used to be valid and always measure accurately what is designated to be measured. Objectively, objectivity means a lack of biased judgment or prejudice, and maintaining one's objectivity is the most important job of a judge. Ifa's divination system don't tell lies or nor being biased. Ifa will always say exactly how thing was. Ifa ke paro, Ifa ke siiki, unotabi sini ni Ifa yowi.
You see? And even when we was coming down, we speaking about false messages and all of these things. That is not the way of our tradition. That could never ever be the way of our tradition. When now people trying to exact certain things as a means of show. When you do things for show, where is the validity of it? Alatumishe, where is it? As I would always say, you're wasting your money, you're wasting your palm oil, you're wasting people's time when you just do things for show without the essence of the spirituality behind it.
Yes, so folks, we've come to the end of another electrifying night here on the Ifa Orisa Way of Life on the Street 919 FM with yours truly, my brother Olowe Shaka, and yours truly, Alatumishi. You know, so good program as usual.
As it was.
I never say welcome back, MC Duke. You know?
And you know, we ain't rap a bit, you know. We just always flow the same way.
Yeah. Yeah, so folks, be safe, Be blessed, Olo. You have anything to say?
I just want to say, let us look after our parents. Look out for our parents in terms of let us do the things that would not make them worry. And this is more so for the young people. Look after your parents. Don't make them have to grieve and worry about you. Just do what you need to do, because they had once crossed the bridge. You are now crossing, so they have the experience. Don't think you have more experience than them. In certain aspects, you may be exposed to more technology than them at that time, at their time, but still have the humility to deal with your parents in a respectful manner. Don't make your parents grieve for you in the night time because they're studying how you're not listening and you're doing what you want. Show them respect. The keys that we fail to teach each other is respect for your parents. After God is your mother and your father, You know that? After God is your mother and your father. That is a fact. The keys, and you say in your prayers, if you want your prayers manifest, you must call your mother and your father name. So don't shortchange them by disrespecting them. And that's just my departing words for tonight. Because I'm saying that because of what I see on a daily basis. Sometimes people louding up their parents, cussing their parents. I don't know. I can't even fathom, even as an adult man, doing that to my parents. I can't even fathom even raising my voice or looking to drive on them in that type of way. You understand? Mm-hmm. So, a word to the wise. Elaburu, elaboye, elaboshel.
Yes. And the next thing I just want to say, children are supposed to bury their parents.
Yeah.
Not parents burying their children. Mm-hmm. That's all I have to say.
America still. This song is a song about progress. But in the name of progress, we shouldn't lose and sacrifice the life of the next generation. Listen well. Home by. Thank you. Without truth, there is no life to honor. Without love, no reason to live. There's still time to change inhumane behavior and to learn all that we should give. Kill the plants, we throw away the seed. There's a missing generation out there. this world of overriding ambition, in this world where money must rule, hearts of rock washed in blood and corruption, fire that only kindness can cool. Those crimes that fill the night shout out for love and salvation. Are we to hear yet turn and walk away? Or should we stand with hands outstretched to show protection and boldness in the fears that make them sway? There's a missing generation out there. Who can find them? We better find them. They are dying, disappearing everywhere. Who can find them? We better find them. Somebody better pray. Somebody better pray. There's a missing generation, and soon if we don't find them, they're surely going to find us one day. There's a missing generation, and soon if we don't find them, there'll be no generation today. Ooh, la, 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 lo, la, la. Look behind every sound of thunder. Look beneath every mound of dust. There you'll find the prize of all behavior, hiding from the cause of their hurt. Look how there goes another lonely son or daughter, with unshed tears and smiles we've never seen. Let's all reach out and touch what's one from their destroyer, and fill their hearts as one that's pure and clean. There's a missing generation out there. Who can find them? You better find them. They are dying, disappearing everywhere. Who can find them? You better find them. Somebody better pray. Somebody better pray. There's a missing generation, and soon if we don't find them, they're surely going to find us one day. There's a missing generation, and soon if we don't find them, there'll be no generation today. With one touch there is so much to offer. Feel the heart of those yet unborn. See the smile, hear the joyful laughter of the generation to come. Let's dream our dreams and dream our dreams like our ancestors, driving the hungry mountain climb to feed. For this last chance to touch the souls of all creation, let's till the soil help to prepare the seed. There's a missing generation out there. Who can find them? You better find them. They are dying, disappearing everywhere. Who can find them? You better find them. Somebody better pray. Somebody better pray. There's a missing generation, and soon if we don't find them, they're surely going to find us one day. There's a missing generation, and soon if we don't find them, there'll be no generation today. Somebody better pray. Somebody. Somebody.